Hey folks, so in this video, I want to talk about the business context of software development. Now, if you think back about your previous courses, stuff like SER401, 315, and 316, we mainly had some discussion on, for example, a software process directly, right? A way to build a product. And we had many kind of ideas there. We had ideas like, for example, the waterfall, spiral, agile, all these different kind of processes we could follow in order to construct a product. And in those classes, we generally gave you some set of requirements, right? Build a product that does this, right? Or take this existing product and add some specific features to it. And then we said, okay, hey, spend a month running this process. It's iterative. I'm going to do some refinement over time. It's going to get better and better. And then give us a product at the end of the semester that we can grade and, get you on your way. So this is, I suppose, great for those courses, but it doesn't really tell the whole story. Because your process that you execute really doesn't happen in a vacuum, right? Maybe we have somehow gotten used to this idea of, oh, the people that know about this project or care about this project are all engineers like me, they're all people writing code. But that's not the case. Really, your project does not exist in a vacuum, right? Your product is being built, if in the real world, right? Your product is being built at some company. And the company isn't building stuff just to have a product at the end of the day, right? Or have a grade at the end of the day. They're building products because they want to make a profit somehow, right? Something that is marketable. And so your process is really executed in that context, right, of a company. And so there are different kind of stakeholders in that company that maybe matter a little bit to you, right, and provide a little bit of context for how your process is to be executed, right, how your development is supposed to go. There's people that care about, technology. There's people that care about marketing. Maybe there's somebody that does oversee engineering. All these kind of roles or executive roles in a company, right, may matter to you. So in this slide deck, we're going to talk about that, right? We're going to talk basically about that overall context of the software lifecycle, right, software development in terms of business. So let me jump to the next slide, and this next slide is going to give me the specific learning objectives for this course. Okay, so this is learning objectives. So learning objectives are really what is going to be the takeaway at the end of you watching a series of videos. So there's two things here, and I'm just going to look and read these directly. So first one, describe the relationship of uncertainty, expenses, and revenue to product development. And we'll actually end up with this nice little graph at the end of the day that shows these three things and how they vary over a product's life cycle. Second thing we're going to talk about is this describe company roles and responsibilities related to product lifecycle. So this again is kind of providing more context, right? Who are the other people that care about your product? Again, we'll be talking through that kind of step by step. Now, as a starting point, what I want to actually do is have you guys run through a thought experiment. So let's say you're at a brand new company, right? Or at just some company, and that company is planning to develop a new product, and you're responsible for it. Well, before you just assign a team to it, right? Say, okay, go build this using, Agile or whatever, something Scrum, whatever. There's a lot of questions you should ask, right? You want to ask questions. You want to try to understand your product better. You want to understand the context better, and hopefully you have also answers to those questions. So I want you guys to spend some time actually sitting and thinking about these. And there's actually a lot of questions you could ask. Overall, there are kind of four areas these questions will fall into. The first is some things that are maybe market related. What features are important, right? What are the things maybe that give me some marketability, right? That's very important to know. I can think of this in terms of technology. So what new technologies might I need to leverage, might I need to build in order to create this overall product? And maybe actually you should go back for a second. If it helps, right, maybe you can kind of just come up with your idea for a product that you'd be asking these questions about. That may help you a little bit. All right, so as far as other things that you may wonder about a project or other questions you should ask about it, also, you could think about things in terms of development, right? Development-related questions, stuff like how long will this product take to be developed? Excuse me, how much will this product take to be developed, right? Time is money. We care, right? Is this product something that's actually feasible for me to create? We can also think in terms of deployment. So for example, say my product's in the market, that's great. I have, version 2017 version, but next year comes around, 2018 comes out. How do I push new releases to my customers, right? How do I get them out there, right? Is it a free upgrade? Is it selling? Is it something that I have to somehow license in a special way? There's all these questions you really want to think about before we really set off on a software project, right? In terms of designing it, in terms of implementing it. We want to think about these things. So please spend some time. There are plenty of questions underneath these kind of four categories that you could come up with. Think for a while and see what you think is important to know before you start on a project.